Okay, so let me now. Tiny bit late. I know. We're getting there. Had a little bit of audio difficulty here. Let's see if we can't make that. Adjust that. There we go. Noisiest chair ever. Where is my dashboard? That's what I want to know. Video. I can go to the video. Go live. What if I hit go live? Does it bring me to the go live? It does. I'm new to this. Kind of new. Slightly new. So I'm curious to see if my... Slightly new. Okay, so yeah, we got audio. That's good. We would have started on time today, but for some reason the mic on the shotgun mic on the camera decided to pick up static. It's electronic static, not weirdo other static. We're getting things. Okay. Yep, we're live. Got the notification. It's official. So we'll jump in straight into some of these upcoming events that we're having. That's the first topic on the list. Senshi Con is at the end of the month. So that's going to come up really shortly. Now, a lot of people have brought up their concerns that Senshi Con, yes, it's a little smaller than previous years, but I feel like it's for a noble cause. And of course, whatever I say is just hearsay, but I believe it was due to ticketing prices or through Ticketmaster on the major convention halls. And so they didn't want to charge us an outrageous fee to go there. So they said, hey, listen, thank you, but no thank you. We'll host somewhere else where we don't have to charge our clientele a crazy amount of fees, taxes, and whatnot. So if that's the case, I love it when people rise up like that and stick it to the people who are demanding such things, because I'm going to call them centers, all the convention centers, they are a crazy amount of money already, and to ask them to put more on top of that you're just, it's way too much. And what I think I forget how much Senshi Con ticket. I haven't had to buy a ticket in quite a few years because I've been helping out with the gaming stuff. This year is a little bit different. But ticket prices are good where they are. If they get any higher of a price, I mean, people are gonna start expecting just that much more of the convention, and it's already packing three of last year, like 4 levels. I think there's only 3 levels, some amount of levels of the other of the whole convention hall. So how much more could you pack in there without somehow splitting it? And really, the convention halls up here are nothing compared to places like Vegas, Stanford, or California, New York, all those other convention centers that are just ginormous, over 3 levels, over their convention halls are just absolutely. You could fit like 4 or 5 of our convention halls in their single convention hall, and they'll have multiple. So we don't have that much room to grow conventions bigger. We want to. Obviously, we want to. Why wouldn't we want to? And there are certain conventions that could go for that larger space, just like Senshi Con. Maybe even Arctic Comic Con has a little bit more of a growth that it can do, but they're on the same level as Senshi Con. They're huge already, and they're only going to get bigger. So I feel like conventions up here, you can only get so big, and then you just run out of space, and then where do you go from there? I feel like Senshi Con was already out there last year, and then to move to a smaller space this year. I mean, a lot of people are like, is there money issues? Is Senshi Con dying? I think just the opposite. I think this is Senshi Con's way to find themselves again and get back down to their roots, while they kind of talk back to the convention centers. They wake up. We're not going to take this. Not all the conventions are just going to sit down and take the price gouging like it's been happening. Obviously, there has to be a fee, right? People need to get paid, but there's no reason to make that an absorbent amount of money for tickets and stuff like that. So Good for Senshi Con. Uh, I still think it's going to be great this year, although more towards its roots. I wish that we could have done something. I know there is going to be gaming this year, but not nearly as big as last year or any other year. I feel like Warehouse has a lot to offer when it comes to Senshi Con. If not from gaming side, but also technical side. I have a big technical background, and if you're going to do any type of streaming or anything like that, you really need to have a solid network, and that's what we provide. But who knows what the Hilton is providing? Because last time we were there, the network was just pretty abysmal, and they upgraded. Supposedly, they made some changes, but I don't know. I don't know what those are for the network, but hopefully they made it better. Just for our folks over at AKG and the D&D Club. You might think that what does D&D Club need with the internet? They need a lot. They want to stream too. Streaming D&D games and board games is a big thing that people do. I tell them that and they're like, "What? I had no idea." It is. It's a big thing. And if you're not streaming your board games and just streaming PC games, I would consider streaming your board games too. It's a game changer. So I want to know what you guys think. If you have any thoughts on that, let me know. Leave it in the comments because I only get a certain side of things, and I love hearing other people's take on certain situations. I think it's super sad for Senshi Con to have to be smaller this year, but I also think it's going to be super eye opening for the convention centers, and I think they're hopefully gonna ease back on their restrictions and the requirements and their fees and the whole 9 yards, and hopefully make it better for all of us. We'll see. They'll probably still try to push us little guys around, but hopefully they won't. After that comes literally the week after is the MTA's eUnlimited esports tournament. That I'm pretty excited about. I think that's going to make up for SenshiCon's lack of having a good gaming area. And that's I just mean area. I don't mean experience. The gaming experience is going to be pretty good if you're into consoles and board games. But I feel like eUnlimited is going to take that experience and just give us what we wanted out of SenshiCon for this year and give us more. And I think it was $12,000 to $15,000 in giveaways, prizes, sponsor. I think they have sponsors, huge sponsors this year, like Monster. I think HyperX is going to be there. A couple other huge names in the esports arena area is going to be there. It's going to be huge. It's going to be awesome, and I cannot wait to be part of it. I'm glad that they asked me to come back again this year. I'm not quite sure that they even needed me, just because of how much they're capable of doing themselves. But what I really love about MTA is that they're reaching out. They're coming out to those of us who've been doing it for a very long time. They're not trying to reinvent the wheel. They're asking us, hey, what works? How can we get it here in our awesome tournament? How can we help you guys be successful at our event? And I think that's awesome. I wish more groups did that. A lot of people were like, hey, we're going to do it this way. And we're like, there's no way it's going to work. And then it doesn't work. And they're like, oh, what did we do wrong? And it's like, oh, you didn't ask us a single thing. So MTA is taking the exact opposite. Even though they're a big multi-million, maybe billion-dollar company, they are realizing that it's little guys. We're in the trenches, if you will. We're the ones who's going out there and putting on these events, and they're tapping into that. I'm super excited that there's going to be a PC side this year. We're running a network. We're basically tearing down the warehouse just to be there this year. Everything, all our PCs, all our cabling. I think they don't need any tables. We're probably gonna bring our dice towers. We're probably gonna bring. I don't think we're gonna do concessions this year. We'll probably end up bringing some board games. All our networking, all our wire that we have, probably all our power. I should probably know this. I should write all this down. If you're out there, write all this down for me, and then give it to me. I think that's it. I think that's mostly what we're bringing. All our computers are going to be there, And it is also going to be a BYOPC event, so make sure you're going to bring your stuff down there. If you're not a PC player, but yet you want to hang out with us, that is perfectly fine. You don't have to sign up for when there are tournaments. They would like you to. It'd be nice if you did, but you don't have to. If you want to sit down there and chill, make some friends, and hang out, I have no issue with that. And if someone does, have them talk to me, because I'll make sure that is not the case. We want everybody to have a good time. If you want to partake in a tournament, it's not going to be an issue. Do it. It's free. Might as well. But if you don't want to, hang out. Make some friends. That's what these events are great for. What else is going to happen at the... obviously, the focus is the fighting games. However, I'm happy to say that PC is shooting up there in the numbers. I think it was over 120 people signed up for PC stuff. So anyone's going to be there. This is probably going to be our biggest event that we've ever helped out with, if not very close to what we usually do for Senshi Con. So it's not going to be a small thing, and it sounds like they're just they're doubling down on this. This is great. Of course, AKG is going to be there hosting the fighting games, hosting the stream like they do. Might as well. They do a good job, and hopefully. I believe they're going to have even more resources with them to make an even better stream. It's already a great stream. It's going to be even better this year. There's going to be plenty of booths this year. I'm not quite sure if they got anyone. I know they wanted to get some people to come up this year. I'm not quite sure if they did that. They probably would have released that by now, or if they did, they should be releasing that soon. Booths. Food, I think they're getting a food vendor shortly, because they always provide food, which is super awesome. Not a lot of, I think no events do that, but they wanted to do that, which is awesome. I hope they continue to do that in the future. Hopefully, some gluten-free options for me. Not just me, but all you other gluten intolerant, gluten sensitive, celiac people out there. Hopefully, there'll be some gluten-free options for you guys. I'm going to bring it up. I think I'm going to put it on my list. Actually, they're probably going to watch this, so hopefully they do, because we've been boosting MTA's morale. But I'm going to bring it up to them, and if you're watching, please, some gluten-free stuff. Anything. Chips? I'll take chips. I like chips. Pizza? Even better. Domino's? Great gluten-free pizza. But that's kind of... I digress. So... I want to know what your favorite thing that you're looking forward to the MTA's eUnlimited esports tournament. It's a lot to say. Hopefully they can shrink it down. And like MTA esports event tournament thing. I'm not good at this either. Let me know what you guys think. What are you looking forward to? What are you hoping changes from last year to this year? Because I'm curious. Maybe I can have some influence, but like, hey, listen, we're getting a lot of people who don't like the fact that you're wearing ties. Maybe don't wear ties this year, or wear better ties. Because that seems to be some things that MTA people do is wear ties. I don't wear ties. I'm not a big tie guy. So let me know. You can leave your comments below, and or you can just do it in chat too. I'll see that if it's live. If it's not, comments, because I don't think you can do that. Moving on to the Great Alaska Lamb Party. I know a lot of people have been asking me this, and I've been asking me this. I've been on my case for a while now, trying to figure this out. Biggest issue is the day that we're trying to have it, I have drill. Good old America and military. I don't think I can get out of this one, guys. I tried last year. I think I got in trouble for it. This year, they were like, no, good luck. It's not just me; it's everybody. They're kind of clamping down on that. I have a good year. I show up enough. It's not hard, but it is what it is. I'm needed. I'm wanted. I've been weighed. I've been measured, and they want me to be there to help out smart stuff. So we're gonna try to do it the week after. So we were originally trying to do it November 2nd, I believe. We're gonna try to do it the weekend after, but the issue is it's too late in the year, and it seems like all the venues just fill up. And we have special requirements. We have to have power, enough power. We have to have decent internet, and we need to have just enough space for about 100 people. which I love. I love seeing 100 gamers in a room. It's exciting. So that's my challenge. Money being part of it. We're not. We started a venue, and little do anyone know what you're getting into when you start a venue. I've done it before, and I'm still being broadsided by things I had no idea. Just like last month we had a fire inspection. That's never happened to me. They were like, hey, we heard you had about 120 people there, and I don't think that place supports it. I was like, you know what, you're absolutely right. I have never had 120 people in our venue. That was one of our events. And they're like, well, we still would like to take a tour. And so I gave them, and they were not impressed about the lack of space for people. They were thinking, 60 people that this venue would hold. No. I was like, well, we'll probably have like 30 at max at this venue. And so they were hoping that we'd be this huge. I think they were hoping that we'd have like 150 people in this small venue, but that's not the case. And then we got charged for it. That also completely. They were like, hey, yeah, we just want to take a look, make sure that everything's doing well. I was like, oh, sweet, the fire department, that's awesome. They are always helpful. They're always looking to make sure we're not trying to light ourselves on fire. And then I got a bill. And then so I was like, you guys didn't even tell me. That's not nice. What about the boot? Put money in the boot, right? No, all right. So I have to pay that. Unfortunately, I'm still waiting on a call back for that. And just other broadsidey things that you have no idea that happens. So what I was getting at is money is also an issue. We're not made of money anymore. Not that we were anyway, but we just had more. When I was working full time, I had more disposable income I could throw into these LAN parties. But now, any disposable income I have goes into trying to make the venue better. So that also limits our capabilities. I don't want to host a Denina or Egan Center, mainly because of the Ticketmaster debacle. But they're also really expensive. I don't know if anyone has ever looked to host an event there. Crazy expensive. So that's it's not out of the question. It's just very low on our want list. We may reach out to the Anchorage Senior Center again, like we did. We didn't do it. I mean, Charlie did it last year because he was helping host the Extra Fest event last year, and see what it would take to host there. Mostly positive things, other than it might be a little bit too small of a venue, but it's not always a bad thing. We can reduce it, make it more special somehow. I think it's pretty special. So that's that. That's the Great Alaska LAN Party. If anyone has any clues, ideas, if someone's just sitting on this huge ballroom I don't know about, let me know. I would love to reach out and see if we can do some sort of sponsorship, reduce price, something. And it seems like no one wants to work with us. Not that they don't want to work with us. It's just that they're like, they don't want to budge on any prices. They're like, this is what it is. Too bad. Even though we proved time after time we were clean, we're respectful, we're professional. You gamers help us out a lot with that by not trashing everything without breaking anything. So thanks to you guys for that. That's really nice of you. So that's where I'm at with the GALP. It's going to happen. It has to happen. I will make it happen. What the capacity is, that's a good question. And if it sounds like my tone of voice has gotten lower, it's because it saddens me a little bit that I can't deliver. I might not be able to deliver something that I try to promise every year, and that's just have a huge event. So yeah, we're trying, and I think as soon as we can, I think we're gonna reserve a place for next year, which has its own caveats, but at least we can get something in the books and settled. Yeah, that's that. More. So now we're on the and more portion of this, where we talk about other things like venue updates, questions. I would have answered questions throughout the whole video. So venue updates. So hopefully you guys saw our other YouTube video where we're kind of going into the fact that we're going to start shooting videos, and we already shot one. That was that video. I've been working on the last few weeks a set that we could shoot on It turned out a lot better than I thought it would. Even after I did it, I was like, it's not going to be that great of a set, because I am not a construction person. I found that out wholeheartedly. I did a great job, I think, but it's definitely not as good as a job. Like, I wouldn't pay someone to do the job that I did. I would be like, well, that's like, it looks all right, not great, but on video it actually looks really, really good, and I'm surprised. I got to work on me now. I have to build my confidence to deliver awesome videos, kind of like how we're doing now. It's a lot different when you're not sitting down, and when you have a feeling it's not okay to mess up, it adds more stress to you, and I buckle sometimes. I'm like, I just got to start over. I got to do it right. And I've been getting just like that video that you saw, 45 seconds video, was probably like 2 hours, maybe even more of shooting. Me just getting the words I want to put out there right. And I didn't even get it all. There's probably like 2 minutes of audio and video that I didn't shoot. I forgot. I just, like, my mind was like, well, that sounds pretty good. That's or I would say it and I would just screw it up. So I have work to do on that. It's going to get better over time. I wanted to make sure I started off at a certain level so that you could go up further quicker. And this way we're not starting off with just the webcam and choppy audio, which needs to be also worked on. Like I said, the shotgun mic's not working out too well for me. A lot of noise. But I really like the set. I am going to be, if people really like it, and we got like 17 new subscribers from that video, which is awesome. So if we can keep that pace, I would love to work on another set idea that I have an idea for, to make it just a little bit more versatile, so you don't have to be like, oh, same old set again. And so when we do like build logs, stuff like that, we can have a different set that we can work off of and get a little bit more intimate with our videos. Yeah, why not? With that, there's still a lot of work to do on the set. It's definitely not done. The portion that you guys see is done, which is nice, but there's still pieces of the wall is missing, pieces of the ceiling is missing, not out to the outside world, but I got to insulate it. I got to put up boards. I got to paint it. So that part's still missing. Luckily, camera's only that wide-ish, so I don't have to worry about you guys seeing it. But in the winter, it's going to get cold. Some light, it absorbs light because it's not white, so it'd be better lighting when we get the panels up. A lot more work to do, which I may, when we're done here at the venue, when we have to get a new place, like that, it might just go away. Like I have to figure out a way to, I have to make a set somewhere else. I'm thinking either at home or in our new venue somewhere a little bit easier, a little bit accessible, a little bit more warm. We'll see what happens. Some insider information there. But the process was a lot of fun. Like, even though all this might be for naught eventually, I had a tremendous amount of fun doing it. I've learned a lot. I've learned how not to do things. I've learned how to do things. And I've also learned that I will pay somebody to do the mudding and taping of any other project I need to do, most likely, unless I'm very strapped for cash. Then obviously I won't, but still. Painting is never fun. It can be fun. It's fun at first. I'm like, ooh, I'm going to go paint. I got all these paintbrushes and rollers and stuff like that. And then about an hour in, you're like, this is terrible. What did I get myself into? Why would I do this? So, and I've painted before, so I knew what I was getting into. And I was like, it can't be, it's smaller amount of painting. It can't be that bad. No, it's still a lot of work, unfortunately. I think that was the biggest changes I made, was that we did get our dice towers. I should have brought one over here. I'm not going to go get it, but we have these awesome dice towers that were made locally, and they are awesome. They're laser cut, they're put together, they're glued, they're painted really cool. I was super excited for them. I waited a long time for them. I'm gonna give you crap about it. I waited a long time, but I think the wait was worth it, and we've gotten such good feedback on them already. I've already sold a couple hit counters, which a lot of people are like, "What are these for?" They're for not just, they're for Magic, they're for D&D, and they just keep track of something, whether it be hit points, whether it be for maybe a familiar's hit points, what armor class. They're great. They'd be great for Munchkin for keeping track of your combat level as you do things, as long as you remember to use them. Super awesome, and they feel great. I can't wait to sell out, so I can get more. I want to see what more we can get. You know, how pretty, how intricate we can get. Some of the dice towers have cool designs on them. Some of them have little pieces of leather, so it sounds different. Awesome stuff. Can't wait. And that reminds me, is here in a week or two, I should be getting my quote back from AFK for some shirts, hoodies, and maybe some water bottles. We will see. And hopefully, if the price comes back correctly, hopefully we can go through them and get awesome swag again. It's been a while. I'm still paying off the computers that we bought. That price we're steadily paying that off. As soon as we have that paid off, then we'll be pretty set. We're also going to be working on, towards the end of the year, getting some more mouse pads. Mouse pads. I think we only have like 3 left of the huge XL mouse pads, and a lot of people have been asking for the desk pads, the one that are that long. So we're going to get some more of those. We're also going to be replacing our desk pad mice. Doesn't sound right. The mouse pads that we have for our computers, we're going to be replacing those. I think we'll probably do that about once a year-ish, if they wear out a little bit. They get used quite a bit, and so I think we're going to discount the ones that we have as used, because they're used, and then get new ones. I think that's a great idea, just so we can keep things nice, fresh, clean, don't have to worry about it. So be on the lookout for that. Not immediately, those December time frame, just in time for Christmas to get presents, Hanukkah, that type of thing. No, I don't need to answer that. So those are what we got going on. If you guys have any questions, concerns, comments, tips, whatever it may be, leave them out in the comments. Give this video a like if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to. This way you can get notified for our other videos, we were doing vlogs for a while for our actual content videos. Make sure you like those as well. If you want to get notified of things like our live videos or videos, hit the bell notification. That will grant you that. You don't have to. It's not a big deal if you don't. As long as you just check out your subscriptions every once in a while, like I do. I do it daily. I just watch all the videos that are in my subscription. So if you want to see any of that, hopefully the audio is good on this video. Yeah. Other than that, it's Friday night. I'll see you tonight, hopefully. Play some video games, play some awesome stuff. With that, I think I'm going to end the stream, so I will see you guys later. And it's probably not going to end right away, because it never does. So, see you later, guys.